that says a lot about how much they've grown and also their attitude in finishing the game as well. So it's nice coming into today with that win under our belt.
You know, and
This is HBU Huskies women's basketball on the DNA Husky Sports Network. Huskies basketball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, Marriott Houston West Chase, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John's, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. The DNA Husky Sports Network is your home all season long for Huskies women's basketball. And right now it's just about game time, so let's head out to the arena.
And hello, everybody. Welcome into Sharp Gym here on the campus of Houston Baptist University in Southwest Houston on a Saturday afternoon. And temperatures have warmed up a little bit this weekend, so it's not quite as cold as it was earlier this week. And we are just about set to bring you live basketball action this afternoon. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast. My name is Lonnie King. Glad to have you along for the ride this afternoon, wherever you are, around the city of Houston, across the state of Texas, around the country, or even around the world on the World Wide Web. Thanks for making HBU Huskies women's basketball a part of your Saturday events. And the ladies come in this afternoon off of a win here at Sharp Gym on Wednesday night against the Incarnate Word Cardinals. It was a nail-biter and a last-second win that they picked up thanks to a layup by Megan Valdez-Crater with 3 seconds to go. She got a lane to the basket on the left side and ran it up herself and put it in off the glass for the final 2 points of the game as the Huskies came away with a 60-59 win over the Cardinals in that one. It was an interesting final 40 seconds or so as Nat Guarda hit a layup to give the Huskies a 1-point lead with 39 seconds left to go. Then the Huskies defense stopped the Cardinals of Incarnate Word and got the ball back. Shannon Jones was fouled and had a chance to seal the deal at the free throw line, but she did not convert on either free throw, so it remained a 1-point lead. And with 7 seconds to go, UIW made a layup to take the lead by 1 point back from the Huskies. But that left Donna Finney with enough time to call timeout, set the play that she wanted, and get it in to the hands of Megan Valdez-Crater. You'll hear Donna talk a little bit about that, but play that they had run and that they were confident in would bring them the win as long as it was executed well, and it was. And the Huskies come in now with their second conference win against 6 conference losses. They're going to go up against a very tough team this afternoon, the Texas A&M-Corpus Christi Islanders under head coach Royce Chadwick. He's always seeming to bring a veteran team in to any matchup with the Huskies whenever we play them. This season is no different. Of the 11 players of the 15 players on his roster this year, 11 of them are juniors or seniors. 9 juniors, 2 seniors, a sophomore, and 3 freshmen on this squad. He is coming off his best year at A&M-Corpus Christi last season. He's been in the coaching game for 30 years overall. Been at Oklahoma Panhandle State University for a couple of years, Sam Houston State for 3 years, SFA for 7 years, and then was a coach at Marshall for 11 years before coming to A&M-Corpus Christi. And he has put together very competitive teams since he's been there. They come in at 4-3 in conference play. and are 10-8 overall. So the Huskies will have a tough task at hand if they want to extend this winning streak to 2 games this afternoon. To see if they can do that, we'll talk about it with the head coach, Donna Finney, and then we'll be ready to go with all the play-by-play this afternoon. So let's take a timeout and get things rolling here on the Husky Sports Network.
Houston Federal Credit Union and Houston Baptist University have joined forces to put the howl back in your finances. HFCU offers several products and services such as auto loans, mortgages, and credit cards. And HFCU has a financial education program, Elevate, which is tailored to helping you increase your financial knowledge. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
Your heart sounds good, Daddy.
Regular checkups are good for many things.
No tumors. Uh-oh. Your colon sounds funny.
But they can't detect everything. At the Memorial Hermann Wellness Institute, get a full body scan, heart scan, or virtual colonoscopy to help you find problems early enough to do something about them.
I'm glad you're okay, Daddy.
Schedule your scan today. Call 713-222-CARE. Memorial Hermann, for your whole life.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Texas A&M-Corpus Christi Islanders this afternoon here at Sharp. And Donna, we were just talking off mic, but it's always nice to come into a weekend game at home with a win under your belt. You carry a little bit of that momentum with you.
Yeah, and I think I'm really pleased with how the girls responded to things not going our way in the last, 17 seconds of the game. I mean, we missed 2 free throws, we give up an open layup, and then with 8 seconds left, we managed to execute and win the game. And that says a lot about how much they've grown and also their attitude in finishing the game as well. So it's nice coming into today with that win under our belt.
And one of the things I noticed from watching the replay of it, Bill Cousins had the call the other night, but it seemed like the Cardinals had one of those runs in the third quarter that sometimes have been spelled doom for your team, and this time the ladies were able to rebound from it.
They did, and I think, we didn't let them get out of reach. Mm-hmm. We had a spell in the third quarter. We started off the third quarter really strong, but couldn't finish. And it was that story again where we had some great looks and some great team play, and we just couldn't capitalize on it. We had open layups, and we missed them. We got O-boards, went back up, missed it. It was, and I could feel the frustration starting to kick in a little bit, which is why we made mistakes on the defensive end. But then we settled down, and we kind of got back into it again. So again, growth from what we had seen previously.
And is that growth you think is permanent, or is it still going to be a work in progress? I'm asking you to read minds now, huh?
Right. I hope it's permanent. Well, I mean, I think I said to you as well, when we got to that situation at the end of the game, it's one of those things that I've learned what they need to run in terms of getting the best out of them, because I felt like at the end of the ACU game, I probably didn't call the right sideline out of bounds play. Now, we were still down by 8 at the time, but we didn't score because we didn't make the right read off the switch. And so after that game, on looking at the film, I was like, we should have run our horns high set in that, because if they did switch, we were going to have multiple options. So when it came, as soon as I called timeout advance, I knew what we were running. And so I had everybody was like, wow, were you not panicking? Like, no, because all in my mind was, we've got 3 options off this set. If they switch it, any of them are a good look for us. So, and Megan did a great job of making the right read and finishing the play.
I'd like to ask you about, one individual performance from every game. And one that kind of jumped out at me was the one by Natalia Guarda. Nat has had a couple of pretty good games for you. She finished with 8 points, 7 boards, and 4 blocked shots in that game. And you had 10 blocked shots as a team. Yeah, I mean, we're leading the conference in block shots. I think we're sitting 15th in the nation. I think that's a lot of that is down to Natalia and also Nika. They both have Nika's finally figured it out that if she stays on the floor, she's going to get a lot of block shots and be able to stay out of foul trouble, because that was her problem previously. She wanted to swat everything. But now that she's staying on the floor, she's getting a lot more block shots, and Nat has always done that. So I think having their presence in the paint was huge for us on Wednesday. It really deterred Imani Robinson from, turning the corner hard, because she knew there was a 6'4" waiting on her there. And we gave up a couple of open threes, but, we'd made that decision before the game that we weren't going to pull Natalia out the paint. We were going to let her plug and stay in there, and it was a risk, but it paid off. And I also thought that Amanda and Shannon did great jobs defensively on Imani Robinson on Wednesday and not allowing her to turn the corner too much. So, I think Nat's performance was indicative of the way she's played the last few games. She really wants it. She realizes her basketball career's coming to an end, and she's playing like that. Well, today is A&M-Corpus Christi is looking at their roster, and Royce Chadwick always seems to have a veteran kind of roster. Of his 15 players, 11 are juniors or seniors. 9 of those are juniors, so they're going to be back again next year. That's having a team with a lot of experience playing together is always a tough thing to go up against. Yeah, and they're very athletic. They really are, and they're one of these teams that are very streaky, and you hope that you don't get them on a day when they're hitting everything, because when they are, they're really, really tough to stop. They have a lot of Houston kids on their roster as well that we're very familiar with, and so I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in the stands cheering Corpus on today. But very well coached, and like I say, super athletic. So we have to be very poised offensively, because they're going to run a lot of different defensive looks at us, and we have to make sure we're in our spacing. That's huge today, is our spacing, because they trap the ball a lot. They're going to put ball pressure on Megan and TK. So we need to play team ball and move the ball in order to get good looks offensively. Well, just one game next week, but you take it on the road to Nacogdoches, so it won't be an easy task to go out. It'd be nice to go out with a couple of wins in a row. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously looking ahead to SFA, they're playing so well and so balanced. I just finished their scout, and I mean, they have scorers in every position and depth, and so that's a tough one going on the road to them. But we just showed our team in the locker room some footage of our team from a few years ago, and the same position that they were in at this time, and telling our girls it can be done. It's right there, and we have to take one game at a time and focus on one game at a time and see who's going to put the backpack on. I mean, we used to talk about this with that group, and one game Erin would have 25, the next game Monet would step up or Rachel would step up, and it's time for someone to put the backpack on and carry the team and say, I got it today, because we've had contributions from all over with this group, and Shannon and Sophie did a great job stepping up last game. Megan and Amanda have been consistently scoring for us, but who's going to be that person that's going to really step up and lead? So, and we have multiple people that can do that, so it's time for that to happen now. Well, maybe there'll be a couple of backpacks to go around this afternoon. I hope so. Good luck. Thank you. Donna Finney, the head coach of the Huskies. We're going to take a timeout and come back with the starting lineups and then all the play-by-play on the Husky Sports Network.
Building Houston to compete on the world stage is what we do at the IBEW. It's important to us that Houston knows why we do what we do, not just what we do. Sure, we're the best electricians. We train 10,000 hours to be the best. But we get up early so Houston is built to compete. To be the best, hire the best. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor just isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Welcome back into Sharp Gym here. Just about set to go with this afternoon's opening tip. Here are the starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Corpus Christi, the Texas A&M-Corpus Christi Islanders, they send out this starting five. La Genera Robinson. She goes by Lala. So if you hear us talking about Lala this afternoon, it's La Genera Robinson, a 5'7 junior from B.F. Terry High School right here in the Rosenberg area. She'll be joined by a junior from Cibolo Steele High School, 6'3", Alexis Bryant. 5'7 junior from Bel Air High School, Day-Day Evans. Emma Young, a junior from Nicholasville, Kentucky. And this from San Antonio Cole High School, Delicia Booth. The Islanders control the opening tip. Emma Young with a run-up. Can't get it to go. It's off the iron, and the Huskies cannot corral the rebound. So another look for Corpus Christi into the paint. Goes Day-Day Evans. She comes up short with the jumper, and here come the Huskies. The five on the floor for Donna Finney this afternoon. Megan Valdez-Crater starts at the point. Shannon Jones and Amanda Johnson out there as well, along with Taylor Cole Morgan and Nat Guarda. Here's Megan Valdez-Crater. She's going to put up a three. Won't go off the iron, and the rebound is cleared by Alexis Bryant. She goes up the floor, gets it to Delicia Booth, and she tries to go in. We're going to get a blocking foul called on Taylor Cole Morgan. She can't believe it. Bobby Jarman with the call, one of our three officials this afternoon. John Fletcher, the lead official. The Islanders inbound the basketball. They go down low to Young. Young dribbles into the paint, looks for help. Kicks it back out on the wing to Evans. Evans is going to pull up and pop from the right side. Shot won't go, but Bryant with another rebound. She kicks it back out top after the offensive board. They've got a new shot clock. No score yet, just underway. A little more than a minute into this one. Driving through, Delicia Booth, kick it out, left corner to Young, and she fires up a three from the baseline and finds the range there. And A&M-Corpus Christi first on the board this afternoon with a 3-0 lead. Valdez-Crater up the floor, leaves it on the left elbow for Taylor Cole Morgan. She goes down low to Natalia Guarda, and Guarda gets the bucket to go. Guarda averaging 3.3 per game, but she's picked it up a little bit lately. She had 8 points, 7 boards, and 4 blocked shots the other night against UIW. Here's a pass into the paint. Intended for Bryant, almost stolen by Johnson, and it's saved on the floor by Cole Morgan. And they'll get it back up the floor. Huskies with good hustle on the defensive end there, and they get it into the hands of Megan Valdez-Crater. Up into the forecourt. She leaves it left side for Amanda Johnson. Wants to feed it into the post to Guarda, but goes out top to Cole Morgan instead. Had it tipped away, but saves it. Gets it to Megan Valdez-Crater. Drives in, and she's bumped from behind. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to go off of Day-Day Evans. It'll be Huskies basketball with 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Valdez-Crater to the baseline, and she throws it in off the backside of Bryant. Bryant wasn't ready for that, but Megan couldn't get the perfect bounce right back to her, and so she could not finish it off there, and it's going to be taken the other way. We've got a tied ball called, and it's going to belong to the Huskies on the alternating possession. Taylor Cole Morgan got in there. I believe that was Evans. She got behind and kept her from getting that shot off. Created the turnover for the Huskies. Here's Amanda Johnson, loses the ball. Bryant steals it. Up ahead, intended for Emma Young. Saved, though, by Booth. Booth's going to drive in, and she's called for a walk. Got a little excited there and shuffled the feet just before she put it on the floor. So the Huskies will get it back. 7:06 to go in the first quarter. 3-2 is our score. Corpus with a 1-point lead. Trapping in the half court. The Islanders force a little pressure, but the Huskies beat it. Cole Morgan with the jumper, won't go, follows a miss. Guarda with the rebound, and we're going to get a foul called on Guarda. That'll be the third foul on HBU. Check it, the second team foul, first on Guarda. Those are the only 2 fouls called so far in this ball game.
Also checking in for the Islanders, number 34.
Tiara Matthews checks in for Corpus Christi. McKenna Serrata has checked in as well. Booth, Young, and Robinson stay out there. Lala Robinson with the dribble to the right elbow, kicks it back out to Serrata. She has her shot blocked by Guarda. Comes back out to the Islanders, though, on the rim. Young goes inside to Matthews, and Matthews turn around in the paint, floats up a little jumper, and gets it to go at point-blank range, and she's got her first points of the ball game, and it's 5-2 Islanders. Shannon Jones up the floor. Gets it to Taylor Cole Morgan, right corner, swinging around the arc, get it down to Guarda. She's going to put up a little jumper off the glass, and Guarda gets her shot to go. And we got a traveling called in the backcourt. No pressure on the Islanders as they were getting it back up the court. Megan Valdez-Crater was back there with some token presence, but there just an unforced error, basically, on the Islanders, and the Huskies will benefit from that. Get the ball right back, trailing by 1. 5:57 to go. Shannon Jones, and we're going to get a whistle away from the basketball. It's going to be called on Tiara Matthews of Corpus. The first foul on the Islanders this afternoon. She was trying to prevent Guarda from posting up down on the blocks and got the elbow up. So the Huskies will get it on the baseline, and Megan Valdez-Crater will go way out top to Amanda Johnson. She'll drive into the paint, float it up off the window, won't go. Guarda with the rebound, and she's going to get it to roll around through. Guarda with 4 now. And the Huskies take their first lead of the ball game, 6-5. Young back the other way for the Islanders, and she's got a nice little spin move. Went to the middle, reversed herself to the baseline side, and spun it up underhand with the right hand. Gives them the lead back, 7-6. And Jones with the dribble has it stolen away by Matthews. Up ahead, she goes to Booth. Booth on the run, and we're going to get a foul called. It's going to be on the Islanders. Delicia Booth, her first foul. Second team foul on the Islanders, so now the fouls are even up. Booth will check out. Day Evans will check back in. Shannon Jones gets the inbound speed from Megan Valdez-Crater. A little pressure in the backcourt, but the Huskies get it up across the timeline. Into the corner to Guarda, left side. She skips it across to Jones. Back out top to Valdez-Crater. Drive in, leave it on the baseline for Guarda. Turn around off glass for 2. Nat is getting very adept at using the glass down low like that. And she's got 6. Or check it, she's got 8 now. And she's got all of the Husky points so far this afternoon. Here's Evans to the free throw circle, puts up a jumper off the mark, and the rebound cleared by Megan Valdez-Crater. She'll get it across court to Guarda. Guarda will get it right back. Almost a steal, but Jones saves it to Cole Morgan. She goes out top to Valdez-Crater, swing it to Amanda Johnson. She'll drive down to the baseline, put up a floater, won't go, but Cole Morgan with another rebound. She goes right back up, short off the iron. And this time, the Islanders control the board. They'll give it to Evans. She'll drive into the paint, float it up from 8, won't go. The rebound by Matthews, though, blocked from behind by Guarda. She gets it back, does Matthews. Goes out to Emma Young, and they're having a tough time getting a handle on the basketball. Young finally grabs it, and they'll get it back out to Evans. She'll hold up, and now going to fire up a 3 from way out top. And the Rainbow has a pot of gold at the end of it. for Day Evans. She gets her first 3 of the ball game. Evans now with her first points. Back the other way we come. Shannon Jones trying to drive down the right side. She will be bumped from behind, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Huskies basketball, and it brings us to our first timeout of the ball game. 3:23 to go here in the first quarter of play. The Huskies currently down by 2 points in a back-and-forth affair. 10-8 on the Husky Sports Network.
Box combo with a lemonade, please. At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? Hand-cut lemons daily. They're fresh squeezed and mixed with 100% natural cane sugar.
Love the window.
Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Anyone can get you ready. Holiday Inn Express gets you the readiest. Because ready gives a pep talk. Showtime. But the readiest gives a pep rally.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
Natalia Guarda for the Huskies has started out 4 of 4 from the floor. Rest of the team, though, is 0 for 6. And so they will look to find someone else to get on the scoreboard as Nat is off the floor trying to get a break. And there's a steal on the inbounds pass taken away by Evans. She gets it up the floor to Serrata. Can't get it to go, but the rebound controlled by Evans. She goes back to the left elbow, puts up a jumper, short again. This time the rebound tipped around. And Kirienko and Cole Morgan fight for it. Save it to Sophie Taylor, who has her pass stolen away. Evans behind the back, intended for Serrata, throws it away. And neither team on those exchanges able to finish off. Huskies now have Sophie Taylor, Megan Valdez-Crater, Amanda Johnson, Taylor Cole Morgan, and Veronica Kirienko out there. 5 on the floor for Donna Finney. Here's Johnson with the basketball, left wing. Gets it back out to Valdez-Crater. Back to Amanda, a 3, and she got it. Amanda Johnson with her first points of the ball game. Good sign for Amanda to get going early, we hope. She's averaging 13.2 per game. Here's a runner in through the paint. It's Robinson. She puts it up, won't go, but we're going to have a travel as Taylor Cole Morgan hit the deck. Then tried to roll over to pass the ball, and John Fletcher said she committed the foul. John Fletcher, Brett Hayward, Bobby Jarman, the 3 officials this afternoon. Here's a foul underneath on the inbounds play. I think Taylor's going to pick up the personal. That'll be her second. And Kennedy Collins is about to check in. Presumably for Taylor. We'll see. Huskies up by 1, 11-10. But at the free throw line, Alexis Bryant can tie it up. And she does with the first one. Cole Morgan will check out for HBU. And Kennedy Collins in for the first time this afternoon. Collins, of course, the 6'1 senior from Bastrop, Cedar Creek High School. Bryant's second free throw is good as well. She gives the lead right back to the Islanders, 12-11, 2:22 to go in the first quarter of play. Up the floor, Valdez-Crater, right side to Amanda Johnson. She's going to drive in, pull up with a jumper, won't go. Collins with the rebound. We're going to get a whistle underneath. I think it's going to be on Evans. Day Evans picks it up. Thought it might be Tiara Matthews who got the call, but Evans will pick up the personal, so the Huskies will get it back with a new shot clock. Sophie Taylor lets the ball bounce into the backcourt before she touches it. And she can bring it back across. Gets the feed back and puts up a 3. Won't go from the wing. And the rebound cleared by Serrata for the Islanders. Off to Robinson. Robinson to Evans. Evans back out top to Robinson. Megan Valdez-Crater comes out. She's screened off the ball. To get it out top to Matthews. She'll drive down left side, put it up short. Off the iron, the rebound tipped around, and Sophie Taylor controls, but it's stolen away by Serrata, and we're going to have a jump ball on the tie. Well, Sophie held it up high. I don't think she realized McKenna Serrata was right behind her, though. In good position to get her hands on the basketball and tied her up. With 1:37 to go, it'll stay in possession of the Islanders. They feed it down low to Matthews. She kicks it back out on the wing to Evans. She'll drive into the paint, and we got a blocking foul called on Kennedy Collins. Collins trying to get established there, but the officials say no. It's the fourth foul on the Huskies and the first on Kennedy. And with 1:28 to go, it will send Day Evans to the free throw line. Evans just a 50% free throw shooter. It's the first one to go here, though. As a team, the Islanders shoot 65% from the free throw line this season. The Huskies, as a way of comparison, shoot 66.3% from the free throw line as a squad. Second free throw is good, so pay no attention to that 50% mark for Day Evans on those free throws. She got them both to go, and they've got a three-point lead, 14-11, 1:19 to go. Collins in the free throw circle, going to put it on the floor, drives down and rolls it up with the right hand. Off the glass and down through for two. It's back to a one-point game, 14-13 with 1:05 to go. Robinson kicks it down low into the blocks to Matthews. She's trying to put it up over Karyanko, and Veronica got a hand on it, blocked the shot, and takes it away. Off to Taylor. Sophie back up across the midcourt stripe. Leave it in the post for Collins. Faces up, but she kicks it back out on the left wing to Johnson. Johnson gives it to Crater. Valdez-Crater drives in with a reversal and lays it up and in for two. And the Huskies grab the lead right back, 15-14, 30 seconds to go. Robinson kicks it out top to Bryant. Bryant for a three from way out top, short off the iron. Sophie Taylor there to clean it up, and she'll bring it back across. And Donna Finney says, let's not hurry this. Let's hold it for the last shot. Shot clock is off. Game clock is down to 8. Valdez-Crater drives in. Kicks it off to Karyanko. Her shot is blocked with 2.7 left on the first quarter clock. The Huskies will have the basketball. Alexis Bryant with her first block of the ball game. She comes close to matching Nika in size. And here's a steal on the inbounds pass. Emma Young puts it up with a three off the window. And got it to go off the glass for two. And so the Corpus Christi Islanders will take a 2-point lead into the second quarter, 17-15. And you're listening to it and watching on the Husky Sports Network and HBU TV.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir.
Why do you want to work at Jimmy John's, kid?
I'm perfect for Jimmy John's.
Doing what?
Delivery.
Delivery?
Delivery.
We deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
That's what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
Then you heard right.
I'm a fast study, sir.
You know the Jim John's slogan?
The Jimmy John's slogan?
Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak.
Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir.
When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast.
Then I'm your man, sir.
How so?
Because I'm fast.
Fast at what?
Fast at everything.
Can you deliver fast?
I can deliver fast.
How fast?
I can run in 4:40 and 2:20.
Minutes?
No seconds.
That's fast. You delivered before?
I delivered newspapers before.
Were you fast?
Very fast.
How fast?
People got tomorrow's paper today.
That's fast.
So do I have the job?
Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker?
I can get your references.
When?
Now.
These are good references.
Thank you.
But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast.
More than fast.
You gotta be polite.
Fast and polite.
Fast and polite.
I can do fast and polite.
Okay, give me some time to think it over.
Okay.
Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start?
Now.
Now's good. What's your name, kid?
Stefan Avalopoulos.
Too long. How about Ed?
Ed's fine.
Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
We're 10 minutes into our game. The first quarter just completed here at Sharp Gym, and the Huskies, thanks to a last-second half-court prayer thrown up by Emma Young that hit the glass and banked in, have a 2-point lead, 17-15 here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Islanders shot just 28% from the floor in the first half, 5 of 18, but they were 3 of 4, including that last-second shot from three-point range, and they were 4 of 4 at the free throw line. The Huskies also perfect, 4 of 4 at the line, 3 of 4. The Huskies did not get to the free throw line. They were 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 7 of 16 from the floor. They've got the basketball to start the second quarter. Amanda Johnson with the baseline jumper blocked by Bryant, and the Islanders come away with it, and they'll take it the other way. Bryant out top, picked up by Kirienko, baseline to Young, no-look pass underneath to Bryant. And she got it to go. Nice feed from Young to set up Bryant for the bucket. And it's now a 4-point lead for the Islanders. That makes it the biggest lead for either side in this ball game. Megan Valdez-Crater going to try to answer. Her three is off the mark, and it'll bounce out of bounds. No one can run it down before it goes out. Tara Wade is going to check in for the Huskies. Sophie Taylor will check out. Guarda checks back in, and Kirienko checks out. So Collins, Guarda, Johnson, Wade, Valdez-Crater out there on the floor for HBU. Young drives in, almost threw it away, but saved by Evans. Evans can't get it to go, but the rebound by Bryant. Her runner won't go off the glass, and we're going to get a push from behind called on Day-Day Evans. Her second personal. First foul of the second quarter. Now Evans with those 2 fouls is going to go to the bench, and McKenna Serrata is back in for her. Wade, Valdez-Crater against the pressure in the backcourt. Get it up across the timeline. Valdez-Crater now is double teamed, and she throws it away. Stolen by Emma Young. She's off on the run. 2-on-1. Leave it for Booth, and Booth gets it to go up and in for 2. Delisha Booth now with her first points of the ball game. And here's another steal by Booth. Up ahead, she's going to get it to Robinson. Misses the point-blank look, and the Huskies get a break there. Wade clears it and gets it back up the floor in a hurry. Off to Megan Valdez-Crater. Down low, tries to feed it to Kennedy Collins. It's going to be knocked out of bounds and off the hands of Alexis Bryant for A&M-Corpus Christi. Huskies basketball, 22 on the shot clock, 8:14 on the first half clock. Bryant is going to get a breather. She will check out of the lineup for the Islanders, and Tiara Matthews checks back in. Now we've got a little push away from the basketball, and it's going to be Serrata who is called for a foul before they even get the ball inbound. And so for Serrata, that'll be her first, and the Huskies will inbound it from the baseline. Johnson out high to Guarda, looks down low, but kicks it out left wing to Valdez-Crater. She skips it across court to Wade. Wade back to Valdez-Crater. Down to 4 on the shot clock, into the corner. They go to Amanda Johnson. It's knocked out of bounds by Emma Young, but the Huskies will only have 2 seconds on the shot clock. They've got to be able to get it in and get a shot off. And Wade does get it off, but it's not going to hit anything, and it will be a shot clock violation. Turnover will give it back to the Islanders. For the Huskies now, that is 9 turnovers here in the first half. 6 for A&M-Corpus Christi. Robinson kicks it back out to Emma Young. A long 3, and it's off the iron. Came close, but short. Valdez-Crater with the rebound. Up the floor in a hurry, coast to coast. She's going to kick it out on the wing and overthrows Amanda Johnson. She's going to dish it out for Amanda to try one of those corner threes from the left side, and just left it too high and outside, and the ball again will go back over to A&M-Corpus Christi. 10 turnovers now for HBU. Back-to-back possessions on these last 2. Booth to Serrata. Serrata drives down right side, puts it up, off window, won't go, and Valdez Crater there to clean the glass for the Huskies. Gets it cross court to Wade. Wade will stop at the arc. Left side, she goes to Johnson for a three off the mark. Looked pretty good when she let it go, but it did not find the range. A quick outlet up ahead to Young, and she can't control it, but in the corner, it's saved by Booth. Alicia Booth will drive in, leans into one, can't get it to go, and Guarda will get the rebound for the Huskies. Still 21-15, still pressure in the backcourt, and Serrata's going to pick up her second personal foul. Trying to pick up a steal against Takara Wade. Evans is going to check back in for the Islanders. Serrata will sit down. Wade will get the inbounds pass from Megan Valdez Crater. Feed it to Guarda, free throw line, jumper won't go. The rebound down low, saved by Young. Gets it to Robinson, and the Islanders are off on the run the other way. Booth stops, left side. Leaves it for Tiara Matthews, down low. She kicks it back out on the right wing to Evans, and she goes back out top to Lala Robinson. Directing traffic, she goes to the left side. Leaves it for Booth. Booth down to the baseline, tried to get it to Young, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Kennedy Collins. Collins is in the way, and Young didn't get a clean grip on it, and Kennedy raised up the arm and knocked it out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock as the Islanders get it inbound. Leave it off on the wing for Matthews. Her shot won't go, and 3 white jerseys underneath to grab the rebound. Wade comes out with it. Gets it off to Valdez Crater, swinging around the arc. They go to Amanda Johnson, left wing. Back out top, she goes to Wade, and Wade is going to call the set here in the half court. Gets it to Johnson. High post to Collins, into the corner to Valdez Crater. Penetration on the baseline, floated up. And they're going to get an offensive foul called on Megan Valdez Crater. Knocked Tiara Matthews to the floor. That'll be just the first foul on the Huskies here in the second quarter. Kirienko's going to check in. Kennedy Collins will check out. So we got Guarda and Kirienko out there.
Checking in for the Islanders, number 3.
And Julia Vujakovic has checked in as well for the Huskies. For the Islanders, Tori Nesbitt is out on the floor. She gets it to Evans. Evans to Bryant. A 3 from the wing, and she got it to go. Bryant shot one earlier from that range, and she wanted to prove she has the range. She makes the first one this afternoon. 1 for 2 from the three-point line. And the lead is out to 9 for the Islanders. Here's Amanda Johnson, right side. Out top to Wade, down low to Kirienko. Good feed from Takara Wade, and Kirienko right there underneath to put it off the glass and in for 2. Kind of breaks up a little scoring drought by the Huskies. They were one of their last 7 field goal attempts now. 24-17 into the corner to Bryant. Another 3. She's going to try again, and this one comes off the iron to Vujakovic for the Huskies. She leaves it for Amanda Johnson. Johnson out top, goes to Wade. Wade left side to Vujakovic. Bounce pass down low, intended for Guarda, and it's going to go out of bounds instead. It's a little too far out of Nat's reach, and that's going to stop the clock with 4:32 to go. Brings us to a timeout on the floor. Take a break. The Huskies down by 7, 24-17 on the Husky Sports Network.
Every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it. When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
We come back to Sharp Gym here with 4:32 to go in the second quarter. John Fletcher and Bobby Jarman are at the monitor reviewing previous play. I think what they're looking for is the 3-point field goal attempt from Bryant that she made back a couple of possessions back. They were reviewing that, trying to see if she had actually had a foot on the line, but they're going to leave it as a 3, so the call stands as originally made by Bobby Jarman. And we're ready to go. The final 4.5 minutes. Up the floor, Nesbitt. Dumping up a jumper from the left elbow, won't go, and the rebound controlled by the Huskies and Amanda Johnson. To get it off to Wade. Wade takes it up left side, stops at the elbow, gets it back out top to Johnson. Give it right back to Wade, and she'll look left, throws right, though, to Vujakovic. Julia covered up by Nesbitt and tried to pass it, and it's stolen away by Laderica Paul, who's checked in, and she's going to get the layup for her first 2 points of the ball game. Laderica Paul, the junior from Dallas Skyline High School. And leads back out to 9. Vujakovic down on the baseline, gets it to Guarda. Feeds it down low to Kirienko. Turn around with a little hook. Won't go. Guarda tries to get the rebound. We're going to get a whistle. And I think Booth is going to be guilty of a foul here. That'll be the 4th on the Islanders here in the quarter.
Rihanna Sims Jackson.
Substitution for Corpus. Ariana Sims-Jackson has checked in. She is a 6'5" junior from Arlington Lamar. 6'5", and so she can match up with Guarda or Kirienko. Johnson feeds it down low to Guarda. Turnaround jumper, and that finds her in. She's in double digits now. She's got 10, and the Huskies are back to within 7. 26-19, 3:13 to go till halftime. Up the floor. Nesbitt gets it in to Booth, and Booth walks with the basketball. Turnover, gives it back to HBU, and so they can try to slice a little bit off of this lead with 3:05 left. Sophie Taylor back out on the floor, inbounds it to Takara Wade, and Wade will bring it up. She's looking over at Donna Finney. Gets the play called and brings it into the front court. Left side to Johnson. Amanda will drive down, cut off, and goes back out. Give it to Wade. Wade tried to bring it inside, and she lost it off her leg. Rolled out of bounds, and it'll go back over to Corpus Christi. That's 14 turnovers now for HBU. 2:38 to go in the first half. I see that number shaved down a little bit in the second half. Here's a jumper from the right wing, just inside the arc by Delicia Booth. She gets it to go. Has 4 now, and they're back up by 9, 28-19. Taylor into Guarda. Guarda to Kirienko. She's going to put up a jumper from the right wing. Won't go, and the rebound saved in the corner by Nesbitt, but right to Wade. Gets it out to Sophie Taylor, and her jumper comes up short. Rolls out of bounds. It'll be Islander basketball. 2:05 to go now. Sophie had a pretty good look there. Just came up short. Maybe rushed that shot just a little. Nesbitt with the basketball. Goes right side to Paul. Paul down on the baseline to Bryant. She drives in, puts it up off the iron. And the rebound tip by Guarda to Taylor into Huskies control. Under 2 to go now. 1:40 left in the first half. Here is Wade with a down low to Kirienko. Her shot rolls out. Spun around the iron but would not stay down. And back the other way come the Islanders. Paul to hold it up, get it back into the hands of Nesbitt. Nesbitt directs traffic. Dribbles down, right angle, give it back to Paul. Paul will drive in, put up a little floater in the paint, and rolls out. Off the arm, won't go. 2 Huskies hit the deck. It's Kirienko and Guarda mixed up with Sims-Jackson. And Nat hit the deck hard, and I think the other 2, Kirienko and Sims-Jackson, may have landed on top of her left leg. She's in a little bit of a pain as she gets up. She doesn't try to walk it off, though. Stays out there. 1:09 to go. Huskies still down by 9. The alternating possession, it belongs to Corpus Christi, so they'll inbound it on the baseline. Emma Young is checked back in, and she gets the basketball out top. Goes left side to Booth. Booth back out top to Nesbitt. Nesbitt will dribble. Angles to the left, down to the baseline. Cut off by Sophie Taylor. Back out top to Paul. Kick it out on the wing. Right side for Young. A 3 won't go, and the rebound taken down by Wade for the Huskies. Carroll will drive it up the floor. She's going to take it into traffic and going to get a foul called on the pass. It'll be on Emma Young. It'll be the 15th foul of the quarter. No, they're going to call an offensive foul on Carroll Wade. I'm sorry. I thought for sure they had called a block there. But instead, it's an offensive foul, the first of the game on Wade. Second of the second quarter on the Huskies. 35 seconds to go as Islanders bring it back up. Sims-Jackson swings it around. Young's got to look at a 3. Too strong off the rim and off the glass, and it's pulled down again by Wade. Wade up the floor, leaves it for Amanda Johnson. She'll get it right corner. Kirienko down low to Guarda. Nat's going to turn on the baseline and loses the ball out of bounds. She thought maybe she was bumped and trying to get past Sims-Jackson, but no whistle for the call there. We've got 15.2 seconds to go. Day-Day Evans is going to check back in for the Islanders. And they will bring it up the floor, and they can take the last shot here if they want it, leading by 9. Emma Young drives in, left side, going to put it up. Rolls around and hits the iron and drops down through. 30-19, and that's going to be it for the first half of play. Well, the Huskies limited to just 4 points here in the second half. Outscored by the Islanders 13-4 in the second 10 minutes of play. And they go to the locker room down by 11, 30-19. Going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Huskies halftime report for you. We'll look at the first half stats, look around the conference scoreboard, and let you know what's going on later tonight here on campus at Sharp Gym. Straight ahead on the Huskies halftime report.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios. You can always count on Houston Federal Credit Union to be there for you, because once a member, always a member. Take advantage of all their products and services to help you in all your financial milestones, such as purchasing your first car, planning your dream wedding, buying a home, and planning for retirement. Stop by any of their convenient locations or visit their website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Under Armour.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
it's free.
On him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's so nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our renowned Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, two peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shone. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
Do you know how fast you were going, son?
Call me Ed.
Do you know how fast you were going, Ed?
You mean exactly?
Yes, exactly.
No, not exactly. How fast?
Fast.
Fast, sir?
You were going very fast.
Fast is my job, officer.
Fast is your job?
Yes, sir.
What kind of job?
I deliver, sir.
What do you deliver?
The world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
I thought Jimmy John's had the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
Jimmy John's does have the world's greatest gourmet sandwiches.
So you deliver for Jimmy John's?
I deliver for Jimmy John's.
So do you always deliver fast?
I always deliver fast.
How fast?
I deliver something so fast you'll freak.
It's not smart to freak a cop, son.
You didn't order Jimmy John's sub, sir.
So if I did order a Jimmy John's sub, when would I get it?
Now.
What if I don't want it now?
Then call later.
Or I could pick it up myself.
Or you can pick it up yourself.
Because I'm pretty fast, too.
I'm sure you are, sir.
Very fast.
I believe you, sir.
Faster than you.
No way, sir.
Way faster.
In your dreams.
You dissing me, son?
No, sir, I'm polite.
Fast and polite?
Very polite and very, very fast.
Is that a challenge, son?
No, sir, it's a fact.
Let's burn rubber, kid.
It wouldn't be fair.
Why not?
You've got a fully blown V8 Camaro with slicks and headers.
So?
I've got a 10-speed bike.
I'll let you off with a warning.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
And we welcome you back into Sharp Gym here on the campus of Houston Baptist University. And it's halftime of our game between your HBU Huskies and the Texas A&M-Corpus Christi Islanders. Donna Finney's squad is down by 11 here at the break after scoring just 4 second-quarter points. And it's 30-19 here at the midway point. We'll look at the first half stats in just a moment, but While we have just a second here, sad note to pass along to you. Good friend of the Huskies women's basketball program and someone that the ladies on the team and the coaching staff as well have been rooting for. Lost her battle with cancer this week. Joanna Lamb had just turned 18 years old. She was living in Edinburgh, Scotland, and she had become a favorite of this team, and they had enjoyed corresponding with her, cheering her on in her battle. But Joanna finally got the victory over it, but not in the way that we would have hoped. And so our condolences, our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to the family of Joanna Lamb and friends as well. And we are thinking about you and know that this team and the coaching staff are thinking about you as well. Joanna Lamb is 18 years old. Take a look at the first half stats here. The Huskies only shooting 2 of 11 from the floor in the second quarter, 18.2%. They were 0 of 4 from the three-point line. They did not get to the free throw line again in the second quarter, so no free throws for the Huskies at all in the first half. They were just 1 of 7 overall from the three-point line in the first half, 9 of 27 for 33% first half shooting. Meanwhile, the Islanders didn't really tear it up from the field. They're only shooting 29.7%, 11 of 37. 4 of 8, though, from the three-point line, 4 of 4 at the free throw line in the first half. The area that jumps out at you when you look at this first half is the turnover category. The Huskies turn over the ball 16 times in that first half to just 7 for A&M-Corpus Christi, and I am sure that's a point of focus for the coaching staff in the locker room right now at halftime. Points from those turnovers, 16 points off the 16 Huskies turnovers. HBU just getting 7 points off the 7 turnovers by A&M-Corpus Christi. Nat Guarda got out to a good start. She's already got 10 points in the first half. She had the first 8 points of the ball game for HBU. And the first quarter was back and forth. And actually, Corpus was lucky to have a lead going into the second quarter as Emma Young threw up a half-court prayer at the end as time ran out in the first quarter. And it banked home and gave them a 2-point lead at 17-15 into the second 10 minutes. But then they just took off from there. The Huskies turned the ball over at a more frequent pace and just could not get any shots to fall. 2 for 11 from the floor, as we mentioned, and just 4 points in the quarter. And so they find themselves down 30-19 here at the break. Guarda, as we told you, 10 points. She's the only Husky in double figures. She did also have 5 rebounds and 2 blocked shots in that first half. She is followed on the scoreboard by 3 from Amanda Johnson, 2 from Megan Valdez-Crater, 2 from Veronica Kirienko, and 2 from Kennedy Collins. So not a lot of scoring to spread around here in the first 20 minutes of this game. And that is a little bit indicative of why the Huskies are down by 11. You look at the other side of the ledger, A&M-Corpus Christi also only has 1 player in double-digit scoring. That's Emma Young. She has 10. And she is followed, though, by Alexis Bryant, who has 7, 4 from Delicia Booth, 3 from La Genera Robinson, Lala Robinson with 3 points, and then 2 apiece from Day Evans, Tiara Matthews, and Laderica Paul. So they've spread the scoring around just a little bit more and had a little bit more contributors in this first half. And so they have been able to mount the 11-point lead. One area where the Huskies have had some success is in the rebounding column. They've got 24-20 edge in rebounds here in the first half and out-rebounded the Islanders on the defensive boards 17-11. But we're out-rebounded on the offensive boards 9-7 there. That means second chance points falls into the favor of the Islanders. They outscored the Huskies 10-4 in second chance point opportunities. Fast break points also belongs to A&M-Corpus Christi. 6-0 edge there. Benches did not contribute a lot for either team, 4 apiece for either side. And let's see, we gave you the turnover column. There were 8 lead changes in the first half, most of those in the first quarter. And there was 1 tie. Well, Corpus led the first half for 16 minutes and 14 seconds. The Huskies 2:23 with the lead. Their largest lead was at the 5:49 point, and that was just 1 point in the first quarter. So they're down by 11 here at the break. Some work to do in the second half. We'll see if they can do it. But we'll take another timeout right now and come back with more on the Huskies halftime report after this.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love, quality chicken finger meals. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins, guaranteeing a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jumping, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
Back here at Sharp Gym, just about ready to go with the second half of action in our game this afternoon. The Huskies trail 30-19 to the A&M-Corpus Christi Islanders. I want to remind you that coming up tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time, the Huskies men will be in action against Corpus Christi here at Sharp Gym. Second half of our afternoon and evening doubleheader. And we will have all the play-by-play action. You've still got plenty of time to get out here for the men's game tonight. They're coming in to this weekend's action off a win on Wednesday as well over Incarnate Word. Quickly on the scoreboard this afternoon for on the women's side of the Southland Conference bracket. They, let's see, McNeese and Lamar are going at it in Lake Charles, and Lamar's got a 62-60 lead with a minute 41 to go. Nichols in southeastern Louisiana and Hammond this afternoon, also late fourth quarter there, tied up at 57 apiece. Our game here is not the only one in the half. Incarnate Word is at New Orleans, and at halftime, New Orleans with the 34-27 lead, and the other game is in Conway, Arkansas, Central Arkansas with the 24-21 lead. Early second quarter there over Northwestern State. Ready to go here, and thrown away by the Huskies. Huskies with the first basketball. And another turnover by HBU. It will be number 17 here. You heard Donna Finney talking about aggressive defense by the Islanders. Here's a foul. And it's going to be an offensive foul called on Robinson. She pushed off with her left arm that time. And draws the offensive foul. First foul of the second half on either team. Here's Wade, goes down low to Guarda. And Guarda talking to Wade as they come back up the floor. The pass is overthrown and goes out of bounds. And Nat a little frustrated there. She wanted it, I think, a little higher and a little bit closer to the body. Here's a jumper put up by Emma Young. Shot won't go. Wade with the rebound. She's off on the run. Going to drive it up, leave it down low, and the pass is tipped, intended for Valdez Crater, but taken away by Young. Up ahead, almost stolen by Amanda Johnson, but saved by Booth for the Islanders. She'll go to Robinson. Robinson will take it down to the baseline, tries to send it underneath to Bryant, and it's taken away. Cole Morgan came up with it after the tip by Wade, and Wade gets it right back. Angles to the left side. She'll send it down on the baseline to Valdez Crater. Her shot won't go, but the rebound by Guarda, and she can't get the point blank put back to go. It's going to be out of bounds off the Huskies. Well, shots not falling in the second quarter, and that's the theme here to start the third. 0 for 2 on the first two shot attempts here in the second quarter, and a couple of more turnovers as well. Huskies are up to 19 turnovers. Here's a jumper from the right elbow by Bryant. Won't go, but Young with the rebound for the Islanders. Leaves it backside for Bryant, and she floats it up and gets it to go down through. And Alexis Bryant now has 9 points with 8:14 to go. There's the first points of the second half. Guarda, right elbow, feeds it down low to Cole Morgan. Good feed from Nat. The assist to Taylor Cole Morgan. Taylor will get her first bucket of the ball game. The Huskies are on the board here for the first time in the third quarter. 32-21, 7:50 and counting. Emma Young, right side, holds the ball up high. Cole Morgan in front of her, swings it with a bounce pass to Evans, and Evans can't make the jumper. Rebound controlled by the Huskies. They're going to get a bump. Emma Young tried to cut off Megan Valdez Crater, and she's going to draw the foul instead. Be the second foul of the quarter on Corpus. And the Huskies will inbound it. Guarda trying to go to Cole Morgan, and a little too much heat on the fastball there, and just zips right off the fingertips of Taylor Cole Morgan and out of bounds back over to the Corpus Christi Islanders. Robinson will bring it up the floor. She dribbles slightly to the right angle, gets it with a bounce pass to Evans. Evans goes back to Booth. She walked, no call, stops in the paint, kicks it back out top to Robinson. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Valdez Crater stays right there. Robinson's going to penetrate, won't go, but the tip follow, put back up by Evans. It won't go, and the rebound this time cleared by Cole Morgan. Off to Valdez Crater, going to go up on the run, scoops it up, won't go, and the rebound taken out of midair by the Islanders. Young with a bounce pass, goes to Booth. She lays it off the window, count the bucket, and Amanda Johnson is going to draw the foul. And it'll be a +1 opportunity for Delicia Booth. She's got 6. And Amanda Johnson picks up her first foul, the first foul on the HBU in the second half. 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Booth at the free throw line. Gets it to go, so she adds the +1. It is now 35-21, a 14-point lead for the Islanders. Huskies still have not gotten to the free throw line. We're almost halfway through the third quarter. Cross court, pass, turnover. Again, Robinson with the interception, and she's going to go back up the floor, and she's tripped up by Megan Valdez Crater trying to get to the rack. And for Megan, that'll be her second. And it will send Robinson to the free throw line. Shannon Jones and Veronica Kirienko about to check back in for the Huskies. Robinson's first free throw is good.
Checking in for your Huskies, number 3, Shannon Jones, and number 45, Veronica Kirienko.
First free throw attempt of the afternoon for Robinson. Valdez, Crater, and Guarda check out. Kirienko and Shannon Jones do check in for the Huskies. Second free throw is good. Both of them dropped by Lala Robinson. She's got 5. And the Huskies back up to 4 now, down by 16. Now Cole Morgan, left side, is going to be played up close and personal by Emma Young. And Emma Young is going to draw the foul. That'll be number 2 on Young. The Huskies will go to the sideline, down to our left to inbound it. Johnson in. Cole Morgan, she'll get a lane in the paint, floats it up, and we got an offensive foul called underneath on Taylor Cole Morgan. Seems like, from this biased perspective, admittedly, that the defender was inside that arc down underneath. Taylor will draw the personal, though, for Cole Morgan. That'll be her 3rd. She'll head to the bench. Kennedy Collins will check in for her. Robinson inside, goes to Bryant, blocked by Kirienko, but they're going to get Nika for a foul.
Fouls on the Huskies, number 45.
Her first. Number 4 on the Huskies here in the 3rd quarter. Shooting foul is going to send Bryant to the free throw line. First one is too strong. She had 2 free throws in the first half, made them both. This was the first one here. This season, she's a 66% free throw shooter. And that's where she is now for this game. Gets the 4th one to fall, so she's 3 out of 4 now for the afternoon, and increases the lead up to 17. 5:58 to go in the 3rd. Wade up again into the front court, goes down on the baseline, trying to get it to Amanda Johnson, and throws it again too high. Another turnover. And now that's 23 turnovers by the Huskies. 16 at halftime, 7 here in the 3rd quarter. Again, they were held to just 4 points in the 2nd quarter, thanks in large part to those turnovers. Now they go inside to Bryant. Bryant started to her right and then shifted back to the left and puts it off the glass for 2, 40-21. Here's a shot put up by Johnson, blocked by Bryant, but saved by Kirienko. Heard a little turnaround in the paint, won't go. And this time Young clears it for the Islanders. Leave it off for Booth, and she'll get an easy point-blank look. Donna Finney wants a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 5:17 to go. Well, the hole is getting deeper for the Huskies to have to climb out of. Let's see if they've got something up their sleeve when we come back on the Husky Sports Network.
I didn't believe I could do it. The weight seemed too heavy. My competitors were too fast. I lacked motivation, and then I found the whole t-shirt. I transformed myself and believed that I could conquer the competition. Now everybody takes me serious because I demand them to. If I can do it, you can do it. Under Armour Alter Ego. Transform yourself.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers. Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Hermann. Breakthroughs every day.
first quarter, the Huskies have just hit 3 of 17 field goal attempts. Got the basketball as we come out of the timeout. It's 5:10 to go. But the hole is getting deeper to climb out of. Wade goes to Kirienko. She gets a little runner from the left side. And it bounces on the iron and drops down through. Count the bucket, and Nika will go to the free throw line. And the Huskies needed that one. Good effort by Veronica Kirienko. She's got 4 now, and the free throw rattles out, won't stay down. Cleared by Young, and off on the run go the Islanders. They're swinging around, right baseline, go to Evans. Evans' jumper rattles out, and it's going to be Huskies basketball on the baseline. Wade and Johnson, the backcourt, bring it up. Jones, Collins, and Kirienko await them up the floor for the Huskies. Here's Wade, drives in, right side. Puts up a shot, misses everything, and rebounded by Tiara Matthews, who's back out on the floor for the Islanders. They go to Booth, left side, takes it down underneath to Emma Young. She'll get it to go, and she's fouled. Emma Young with the bucket, and will go to the line for a +1. Brings us to another timeout with 4:31 to go here in the first or third quarter of play. The Huskies down by 21 points now. We'll take the break on the Husky Sports Network.
Four Points by Sheraton. Always a great stay. Everything you need. Plus extras you love. All for a great rate. Over 150 hotels around the world. Travel the way you like. Check us out at 4points.com.
Every visit to Raising Cane's begins with a moment of truth. What to have? 6 delicious, fresh, never ever frozen premium chicken fingers? 4 chicken fingers? Or perhaps 3 delectable chicken fingers? It's a tough one. We haven't even gotten to the whole coleslaw crinkle-fried conundrum of deliciousness. Yeah, take your time, sister. We understand. Raising Cane's, one love.
Emma Young at the free throw line as we come back to Sharp Jim here out of the timeout. Huskies down 44, now 45-23 as Emma Young extends the lead to 22. She's got 13 points now. And the Huskies bring it up the floor in the hands of Wade. Kirienko down low, goes to Amanda Johnson. Puts up the turnaround jumper. It won't go, and the rebound cleared by the Islanders. Long outlet almost stolen by Takara Wade. She can't hang on to it. Good effort defensively. Sophie Taylor going to check in. And Kennedy Collins will check out for HBU. Islanders with the basketball. Young. Left side, down to the baseline. She goes up off the glass and rolls across the iron. Won't stay down. Wade will bring it back up. Gives it to Taylor. Right side. Sophie drives in from the baseline and gets it to go. Pulled up and floated a little rainbow up and over the iron. And Huskies now have 6 in the quarter. 45-25. There's a block shot by Veronica Kirienko. It goes out of bounds. DK, though, with the block there, let's see. She's got 2 now in this game. Guarda has 2. The Huskies had 10 the other night against Incarnate Word. They are leading the conference in blocked shots as a squad. Guarda and Kirienko down in the low blocks. You can understand why. Here's a jumper put up on the baseline by Matthews. They're going to get a foul. Going to be called on the Islanders. It's going to be on Emma Young. She picks up her 3rd. 45-25. Huskies trying to save a little bit each time up the floor off of the deficit. They're going to get to try now without any clock winding down as Sophie Taylor will walk to the other end. The Huskies in the bonus now. So Sophie Taylor with free throws to come here. 3:36 to go in the third. Sophie gets the first free throw to go. She's a 70% shooter at the line, just under 10 points per game. This afternoon now she has 3. And the second free throw is good. The first 2 free throws of the entire ball game for the Huskies. Sophie Taylor gets them both to go. Well, check it. No, they had one earlier. Veronica Kirienko missed her shot opportunity, so now they're 2 of 3 at the stripe. Alexis Bryant kicks it out left corner to Robinson, back down low to Bryant, out to Evans, and she walked with the basketball. They got it. Ron Fletcher with the call out top. He saw it from behind, and the turnover gives it back to the Huskies. It's 12 turnovers now on Corpus. Huskies still with 23. Wade up the floor, gets it to Taylor. Taylor dribble to the left, now gets the lane, goes up on the baseline, has a shot blocked, but she's hammered as she hits the deck. Now 3 or 4 bodies on the floor. Drawing the foul is going to be Booth. Alicia Booth with her second. And Sophie Taylor will go back to the free throw line. (45-27). And Taylor gets the first one here. She's made all 3 of her free throws so far this afternoon. Huskies trail by 11 at halftime. And Sophie gets them back to within 16 here. 45-29. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Up the floor, Robinson to Matthews, right elbow. Kirienko with her hands high right in front of her. Matthews trying to find someone to feed it to. Gets it to Robinson. Back to Matthews. She's going to put up a jumper from the left elbow and got it to go. 15-footer from the wing and stops a little run by the Huskies there. 47-29. Amanda Johnson takes the feed from Wade, and she's going to drop the 15-footer from the left side and gets it to go down through. Amanda got off to a quick start this afternoon, but been strangely silent. Matthews again going to put up a jumper from the outside. Johnson boxes out well on Bryant, gets a rebound and gets it off to Wade. 47-31, Wade into the paint, puts it up, won't go. Kirienko with the rebound, turn around in the blocks, and she got it down underneath. And the Huskies are starting to pick away at this. 47-33, 1:40 to go. Fans here in Sharp calling for defense. Evans goes across court to Bryant, takes it down low, won't go, and the rebound going to be taken away by Takara Wade. The Huskies force another one and back look. Shannon Jones drives to the middle, kick it on the baseline. Amanda Johnson floats it up, gets the friendly bounce and drops down through. And Royce Chadwick wants a timeout. As he will talk it over, the Huskies are back to almost where they were at the half, down by 12 now. 47-35. We'll hang on to it right here. And it'll give us a moment to remind you that coming up later tonight, 6:40 p.m. Central Time for the pregame show, we'll have Huskies men's basketball against the Texas A&M-Corpus Christi Islanders. The Huskies, the 96-92 win on the road in San Antonio on Wednesday night for their second conference win. We'll be looking to add to that, make it a 2-game streak here on the home floor tonight. As we told you earlier, you still got plenty of time to get out here, and we would encourage you to do that if you can, but if not, check in with us here on the Husky Sports Network. Islanders up the floor out of the 30-second timeout. Booth Out top to Evans. Evans finds Robinson. Right elbow picked up by Shannon Jones. We go to Tiara Matthews. Kirienko's on her. She looks for help. Gets it to Booth. Right side. Cross court left to Young. She'll try to drive down through. Loses control. Now she's got to put up a wild shot. It won't go. And the Huskies have Kirienko there to grab the rebound. Off to Wade. Into the corner. Sophie Taylor hits the three, and we're back to within 9, 47-38, with 30 ticks to go in the third quarter. The Huskies now have outscored the Islanders here in the third period. Booth. Here's the chance of defense by the Husky crowd here. Here's Evans in the free throw circle, and she puts up a pretty little rainbow jumper. And gets him back up to a double-digit lead. Pressure in the backcourt. Wade gets it up ahead to Taylor. Off to Amanda Johnson. Her three rattles out, won't go down. She had a little more time than she thought she did. I think she thought the clock was about, or the buzzer was about to sound. So she rushed the shot a little bit. It still almost went in. Wouldn't stay down. But the Huskies will have one more look. The Wade on the baseline will get it in to Sophie Taylor, and she'll go in off the glass. 4-2. Sophie Taylor finishes the quarter for the Huskies in nice fashion. And the Huskies scored 21 points to 19 for Corpus in the third. And they'll go back into the fourth quarter, trailing by just 9 on the Husky Sports Network.
What's on your mind, kid? Make it fast.
I'd like to work here at Jimmy John's, world's greatest gourmet sandwich shop, sir.
Why do you want to work at Jimmy John's, kid?
I'm perfect for Jimmy John's.
Doing what?
Delivery.
Delivery?
Delivery.
We deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
That's what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You deliver pretty fast here at Jimmy John's.
Then you heard right.
I'm a fast study, sir.
You know the Jim John's slogan?
The Jimmy John's slogan?
Jim John's slogan is sub so fast you'll freak.
Sub so fast you'll freak is a swell slogan, sir.
When people call for a Jimmy John's sandwich, they want it fast.
Then I'm your man, sir.
How so?
Because I'm fast.
Fast at what?
Fast at everything.
Can you deliver fast?
I can deliver fast.
How fast?
I can run at 4:40 and 2:20.
Minutes?
No seconds.
That's fast. You deliver before?
I delivered newspapers before.
Were you fast?
Very fast.
How fast?
People got tomorrow's paper today.
That's fast.
So do I have the job?
Not so fast. How do I know you're not just some fast talker?
I can get your references.
When?
Now.
These are good references.
Thank you.
But at Jimmy John's, you gotta be more than fast.
More than fast.
You gotta be polite.
Fast and polite.
Fast and polite.
I can do fast and polite.
Okay, give me some time to think it over.
Okay.
Okay, I've thought it over. When can you start?
Now.
Now it's good. What's your name, kid?
Stefan Avalopoulos.
Too long. How about Ed?
That's fine.
Welcome aboard, Ed.
Jimmy John's Subs, an official sponsor of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
Over the final 3.5 minutes or so of that third quarter, the Huskies heated things up. Sophie Taylor hot at the end of the quarter, kind of revitalized this team when she came back out on the floor. She's 3 of 5 from the floor, 4 of 4 at the free throw line. She's also hit 1 3-pointer this afternoon, and she's taken over the scoring lead with 11 points now. Huskies, as we told you, outscored Corpus 21-19 in the quarter. They trail by 9 as we head to the fourth here. They wind up shooting 47% after just an abysmal start to the third. One of their first 6 field goal attempts went in. Now the fans again, as Corpus starts the fourth quarter with the ball, call for defense. There's a long three put up by Robinson, and Kirienko is there to clear the glass. She'll get it off to Wade. Wade to Johnson into the corner. Taylor, she's feeling it right now. Puts up a jumper too strong, and the rebound controlled by Emma Young. Good box out that time by Young. And a steal on the pass, though, and knocked away by Sophie Taylor. Taylor and Johnson were right in the same direction. Amanda redirected the ball, and Sophie couldn't get out of the way. And so before it even hit the floor, rolls off the leg of Sophie Taylor. Cross court, Emma Young goes to Robinson. Robinson looking inside to Sims Jackson, but instead to Dede Evans, and Evans drains a 3, or no, that's a 2, excuse me, a 2 from inside the arc on the left angle. And it's back up to 11, 51-40. Shannon Jones into the corner. to Amanda Johnson. She's got to look at a three. It's off the mark, and the rebound by Sims Jackson. She boxed out on Kirienko, but Kirienko comes up with the steal, tries to get it to Taylor. It's loose on the floor again, and we're going to have a tied ball. It's Huskies basketball on the alternating possession. 8:54 to go, and the Huskies are hustling now. Still not getting three-pointers to fall at a great clip here this afternoon. So far, they are 2 of 11 from the three-point line for just 18%, 37% from the floor overall. They're 4 of 5 at the free throw line. Still stop the turnover battle midway through that third quarter. 16 in the first half, 7 through the first half of the third quarter. And it's still at 23 now. Here's Amanda Johnson to the right elbow. Puts up a jumper, and Amanda gets it to go. Back to within 9, 51-42. Huskies in man-to-man defense this time. Brady Evans picked up by Wade. Drives in, spin around in the blocks. Puts it up and got the friendly roll. Rolled every part of the iron, and we're going to get a travel call on Sophie Taylor. She was looking for Takara Wade off her left side, and Wade instead went around to her right side. And Sophie said, and I wanted you to go the other direction. It gives the ball back to the Islanders. Well, there's turnover number 24. They had cut that down. Let's hope that's an isolated case here in the fourth quarter. Robinson with the dribble, picked up by Jones. Goes to Evans. Evans will drive down. Behind the back pass, stolen away by Shannon Jones. No look pass didn't work that time for the Islanders. Jones back out top to Wade. Wade go to Taylor in the right corner. One dribble, and she goes to Kirienko. Back out top to Wade. Wade will pull in and try to feed it to Johnson on the baseline. Going to be knocked out of bounds by Emma Young. It'll be Huskies basketball. 15 on the shot clock. 7:47. A jumbo jet to go in this ball game. McKenna Serrata is checking back in for the Islanders. Evans will sit down. Taylor on the baseline underneath her own basket will get it inbounds, and she'll lob it up high to Kirienko. Gets it right back, and Taylor will drive in. Can't finish it off on the run. And Kirienko can't control the board. The rebound taken down by Robinson off to Young, 2-on-2. But Young's going to go by the defenders. Lay it up off the window for 2. And it's 55-42 now. 7:22 to go. Huskies back down by 13. Almost a steal by Robinson, saved by Taylor. She'll drive it in. Left side, going to put it out. They're going to get an offensive foul call on Sophie. He was trying to draw contact from Tiara Matthews, and John Fletcher said she initiated it instead. So she's charged with the offensive foul for Sophie. That's just her first personal, the first foul of the fourth quarter on either team. But it'll give the ball back to the Islanders, and they'll bring it up the floor. Down low, Robinson with a bounce pass back out top to Young. Almost tripped as she drove in, but she spins around, kept her balance, and goes off the glass and down through for 2. Emma Young's got 17 points here on the afternoon. Wade, Taylor in the backcourt. Some pressure from Serrata. But they get it across. Taylor back to Wade. Little trap way out top. They go into the middle to Amanda Johnson. She angles left with one dribble and puts up the jumper. She has that range and gets another bucket there. Amanda now up to 8 for the ball game. Starting to heat it up just a little. Young's going to try to answer. Her shot comes off the iron this time, but the rebound stolen by Serrata. We're going to get a whistle on the baseline. The foul's going to be on Veronica Kirienko of the Huskies, the second foul on the team. They're going to say it was before the shot, so second on the team, third on Kirienko. The Islanders will go to the baseline to inbound it. Booth lobs it way out top to Robinson. She'll set it up in the half court. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Islanders. The Huskies want to play some tough defense here. Young drives in, cut off by Taylor, kicks it back out on the wing to Serrata. Shot won't go, short off the iron. Kirienko with the board for HBU. She gets it off to Wade, and Wade hurries it up the floor. Has a lane open right up in the middle, and Takara Wade said, I'm going to take the route right to the rack, and she got it to go back to within 11, 57-46. Still 5:39 to go. Young up the floor, leaves it for Booth, right side. Back to the middle she goes, dribbles across the free throw circle. Robinson back to Booth, puts it up from the left wing, won't go. Kirienko down to the floor to try and save it, but it saved it right to Emma Young. She'll go inside to Matthews, puts it up. We're going to get a foul as Matthews will go to the free throw line. Kirienko will pick up her fourth personal foul, the third team foul on the Huskies, and send Tiara Matthews to the free throw line. Matthews, a 65% shooter for the season, averages just under 5.5 points per contest for Corpus. Little housekeeping underneath the basket. A little bit of moisture on the floor from the accumulation of bodies down there. Now they're ready to go, and Matthews with her first free throw. Rattles around, but it goes down through. Substitutions allowed to come in. Kirienko will check out for the Huskies, and Guarda will check in. Robinson and Booth will check out for the Islanders, and Evans and Nesbitt check in. And the second free throw by Matthews is good, and she will come out of the game as Alexis Bryant was waiting on her to take the second free throw. And she will check in now. 59-46, 5:18 to go. Huskies against the pressure again in the backcourt. Try to get it across, and they do. Back and forth between Wade and Taylor. And now almost an interception, but tipped. Taylor saves it. She'll put up a little floater. Comes up short underneath. Shannon Jones going to try to go back up with it, and she does. Strong off the glass. Shannon with her first points of the game. Back down to 11, 59-48. Evans on the weed, gives it to Serrata. Serrata back to the right, leaves it for Nesbitt. Nesbitt tried to dribble behind the back, and Shannon Jones steals it, came up with it, and then Nesbitt's going to be called for the foul, jumping on her back as she was on the deck. And the Huskies' hustle is going to pay off there. Good hustle by Shannon. And it brings us to a timeout with 4:36 to go. So we'll see what the Huskies have in them, if they've got another run or not. We'll know soon on the Husky Sports Network.
Human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men, it would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known. And if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man, and the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Marriott Houston West Chase, a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
.436 to go in the ball game. At about this juncture of the third quarter, the Huskies trailed by 22 points. Actually, 4:35 left in the third quarter. They were down by 22 points and then outscored the Islanders 17-5 to end that third quarter. Let's see if they got another one of those runs in them. There's a steal, though, by Emma Young, and stolen back by Sophie Taylor. Taylor on the run, 3-on-2 to the baseline to Jones. Jones is going to be fouled. Serrata reached in, prevented the layup, but Shannon will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 here. If you got another 17-5 run in you here, you're going to come out with a 1-point win. And Shannon Jones can get it started at the stripe. Gets the first free throw to go. He'll have one more. 59-49. Booth and Robinson will check back in. Nesbitt and Serrata will check out. Jones, Taylor, Johnson, Wade, and Guarda out on the floor for Donna Finney. And the second free throw is good as well. It's back within single digits, down to 9. 59-50, 4:17 to go. Robinson to Young. Young into the middle. Tries to go down to the blocks. Gets it to Bryant. Bryant to the middle. Spin around. And she puts up a little runner. Won't go with a little half hook shot. And the Huskies control the rebound. Wade up the front court. Picked up by Day-Day Evans. Directs traffic as she goes. Left side, going to drive it in, kick it back out. Free throw circle jumper from Johnson. Won't go. Scramble for the loose ball. And we're going to see the Huskies get the basketball. Good hustle by Booth and Wade to get over there and try to fight for it. Booth actually came up with the basketball and then rolled out of bounds with it. And the Huskies will get the benefit. And a new shot clock. 3:40 to go. Down by 9. Amanda Johnson. Left corner. Out top to Taylor. Taylor thought about a 3. Goes down low instead to Megan Valdez-Crater. And she lays it up and in for 2. Valdez-Crater now with 4 in the ball game. Huskies are back to within 7. Still 3:22 on the clock. Robinson to Young. Young. To the left angle and leave it for Booth. Booth back to the middle, into the paint. She's going to put up a runner. Won't go. Jones fights for the loose ball. And it's going to be Islanders basketball. Shannon had good inside position for the rebound, but just couldn't reel it in. There's a runner in the middle by Evans. Shot won't go, but she's going to be fouled by Carol Wade. Will pick up the personal. That is her second, 4th on the Huskies. And it's going to send Evans to the free throw line. Shoot 2. 3:07 to go. 59-52. First free throw from Wade is good. Wade on the afternoon. I'm sorry, Evans. Wade with the foul. Evans now 3 of 3 at the free throw line. And 4 for 4. She gets them both to go. Stakes them back out to a 9-point lead, 61-52. 3 minutes to go. Wade into the front court, picked up by Evans. Right side to Taylor. She'll drive to the baseline. And we're going to get a blocking foul on the penetration move before the shot attempt put up by Sophie. That'll be the 3rd foul of the quarter on the Islanders. The Huskies will go to the baseline to inbound it. Taylor will get it into Johnson. Johnson's going to dribble out, put up a 3 from the left wing, or right wing, won't go. Saved by Jones, and saved right to Evans, though. Megan Valdez-Crater, in her zeal to go after the basketball, runs over Evans, and they're going to send Evans back the other way. As the Huskies now have the Islanders back in the bonus for the remainder of this game. Just 167 seconds to go. But these could be big free throws down the stretch. Evans, interestingly, we told you she came in as a 50% free throw shooter on the season. She hadn't missed yet this afternoon. 5 for 5 at the line, and second free throw is no good. She finally misses one. 5 out of 6 now for Evans at the stripe. Valdez Crater gets the feed from Wade. She's going to drive it in. Put it up, count the bucket, and she's fouled. Booth trying to draw the charge, but Valdez Crater gets the bucket and the +1 opportunity. Cuts it back down to 8, and it can go right back down to 7 with the free throw here. 2:33 left. Donna Finney calls her guards over Wade and Taylor to talk to her while the third guard, Valdez Crater, takes the free throw, and it won't go. So it's still an 8-point deficit for HBU, 2:25 and counting. Robinson up the floor for the Islanders. Stops at the three-point line, left angle. Out top to Young, feeds it down low to Bryant, stolen away by Wade. Wade on the run, 2-on-2, goes by her defender and lays it up and in for 2. The 6-point game with 2:06 to go. 62-56, Wade now with 4 points in the ball game. Robinson back up the floor, and again the fans calling for defense here. 150 and counting. Here's Bryant, puts up the jumper off the mark. The rebound by Megan Valdez Crater. She's going to bring it up herself. Left side to Shannon Jones. Jones drives in, but will stop at the free throw circle. They swing it back around the arc into the hands of Sophie Taylor. She'll drive in and loses her footing, and they're going to get a tied ball. It's going to belong to Corpus on the alternating possession. Unfortunate break for Sophie there as she just tried to go by her defender. Could not keep her footing as she got the edge there. Tripped up, hit the deck. Couldn't dribble or move around with the basketball in her hand, so she was basically at the mercy of the defender and was tied up, and the Huskies give the ball back to the Islanders. Here's a feed from Robinson down low to Young, and she gets the easy layup on the baseline. Young now with 19 points to lead all scorers here this afternoon. Takes them back out to an 8-point lead. Wade out top. We're closing in on the 1-minute mark. Wade's going to drive in. She'll pull up, put up a little floater with the right hand off the mark. And we're going to get a foul underneath. Rebound controlled by Day Evans, and she is fouled by Amanda Johnson with 56.3 seconds to go. Kirienko is going to check back in for the Huskies. She hustles up to the scorer's table. Evans will get the first free throw before they allow Mika to check in. See who she's going to check in for. Huskies have gone to a little bit smaller lineup here.
Checking in for the Huskies,
Shannon Jones will check out. Evans gets a free throw to go here. She's 6 of 7 at the line today. A 50% shooter coming in from the stripe. 6 for 7 this afternoon. Takes them back out to a 9-point lead. One more free throw to come. And gets them both to go. And we're going to get a timeout called.
Timeout on the court, Husky.
Donna Finney wants to talk it over. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll hang on to it right here. So, again, an opportunity to remind you that the Huskies men are in action tonight. The women will next be in action on Wednesday night up in Nacogdoches. And Bill Cousins, again, will be along for the call for the Wednesday night game. As they will head to take on the Lady Jacks of Stephen F. Austin in William R. Johnson Coliseum, which is always a tough place to play for men or women's teams. Two other games are final now. Lamar 64-62 winners over McNeese State, and Nichols an overtime win against Southeastern Louisiana. We've got a whistle in the inbounds pass. Sophie Taylor's called for a foul as she knocks Day Evans to the floor. That's an offensive foul. Donna Finney trying to argue that Evans initiated the contact there. Brett Hayward is listening to her, but it's not going to change the call. Evans hit the deck fairly hard. Donafini still trying to get an explanation. No matter. The Huskies are going to give the ball over to the Islanders with 56 seconds, and that could have been a key possession there. You need every bit of help you can get right now, down by 10, 66-56. Bryant will inbound the ball and almost lost it, and she does lose it. Sophie Taylor tried to reach out and grab the errant pass on the inbounds play, but she couldn't get a fingertip on it, so that works out well for the Huskies. And we'll go right back to where Bryant was to inbound the ball, and the Huskies will get it right back. Still no time has come off the clock since the timeout, 56.3 seconds in the game. Here's a steal on the inbounds pass by Evans, and she is fouled from behind by Wade. And they're going to call an intentional foul. And so that'll be free throws for Day Evans. Now there's some discussion about that. Bobby Jarman called the intentional foul.
Fouls on the Huskies, number 0, Carl Wade, her third personal foul. That's also an intentional foul. At the line for the Islanders, number
So
12.
Evans will go to the free throw line. She's going to get free throws, and then the Islanders will get the basketball back with 53.6 seconds to go. Well, 29 turnovers now for the Huskies. They did a better job for a long stretch of the second half. They've only had 12 turnovers here in the second half compared to 17 in the first half. Check it, 16 in the first half, so 13 here in the second half. They had a stretch in the third quarter where they whittled the lead back down to manageable numbers, where they cut that out. And now after the made free throws, the Islanders will get to inbound it. And they're just going to try and run some clock now, leading by a dozen points. In the second half, it's pretty good for the Huskies. Really, if you just look at that second quarter, that's the difference in this game. Outscored 19-4. Here's a runner in the paint, spun around and down through by Emma Young. She's got 21 to lead the way. Amanda Johnson puts up a three, blocked by Booth. And the Islanders will come out with it, leading by 14, and they can just eat up the clock now. Royce Chadwick will have his team just hold it up. And Robinson will dribble, picked up out top by Wade, but the final 4, 3, 2, 1, and the game clock will expire. And the Islanders of Corpus Christi will come in and pick up a road win over your Huskies here, 70-56. Drops HBU to 7-12 on the season, and 2-7 in Southland Conference play. And A&M-Corpus Christi will go to 5-3 in conference play, 11-8 overall. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the Huskies postgame report on the Husky Sports Network.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
At Shipley Donuts, we make our donuts from scratch every single day. Nothing trucked in, frozen. And we are Texas born and raised since 1936. Not like those other guys. Shipley Donuts.
Rolling up on a cheap price feels good, but cheap comes with risk. Heart surgeons, pilots, no one hires a cheap one of them. Fact is, certain things must be done right. Installing electricity in Houston schools and hospitals needs to be built with manpower that spent 10,000 hours training to do their job. So for heart surgeons to do their job, we must do ours. Skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't all that skilled.
The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
At Holiday Inn Express, we can't guarantee that you'll be able to contain yourself at our breakfast bar.
Morning, egg white omelet. Sup, lady bacon. Fruit. There it is.
But we can guarantee that you'll get the best price when you book with us.
Holiday Inn Express. Be the readiest.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
And back here at Sharp Gym, final this afternoon of first doubleheader game, the women's game, 70-56. It'll go to A&M-Corpus Christi. Donna Finney is coming around to join us here, and we'll let her get the headset on and get a copy of the final stats in this one. And while she does that,
thanks.
We will let her get set. You got sound, Coach? Can you hear okay?
Yeah. It's a little low, but yeah,
All
I can
right.
hear you.
Let me get you up just
There you
a
go.
little bit.
That's
All
better.
right. Well, again, I mean, the period that jumps out to you is that second quarter.
Yep.
Where you were outscored 13-4. You did a pretty good job defensively, just could not find it. It seemed like it was another one of those situations where you got a lot of good looks, but just couldn't close them out.
Yep. And turnovers as well, Lonnie. You know, like at the half, we talked about how we were playing with no poise. Like we threw the ball out of bounds more than we have in a long time because we were leaving our feet to pass. And before the game, we talked about their type of pressure. You got to stay on the floor and beat them with the dribble on the floor. Use pass fakes, but we left our feet and threw the ball out of bounds way too many times. So, you know, it's disappointing because had we been able to take care of the ball better, we could have got the ball inside more to our bigs, which, you know, when we did, they were pretty efficient, but we just couldn't get the ball into them enough. And
when you did, you had midway through the third quarter, you had 23 turnovers, and then you stopped. You kind of put a plug in the hole there and quit turning the ball over, and you managed to get back to within striking range going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and then, you know, all week in practice, I've been saying, stop running the offense and read the defense, because there's a little bit of roboticism there, and okay, we're in chin or we're in horns or whatever it is, and they're missing obvious looks because they're not reading the defense. And I think that's what happened when we did kind of get back into the game. We got robotic. We ran double. Amanda forced a bad shot, which, you know, the play is set up to get her a shot, but there's two people jumping out on her, which means that the person who set the screen initially is open, and we didn't see that. And that's just one example of many of those looks that we just didn't execute well. And the frustrating thing is that we had two really bad practices, honestly, leading into this game. They were pretty bad, and you know, no energy coming into practice. Previously, before the Incarnate Word game, we had great energy. So there's a correlation in how we practice, and we've been saying it all year. But it's, you know, if you don't come in and prepare with intensity, it's going to show in your play, and I think that's what happened today. We came out with the lack of intensity that we'd shown the last 2 days.
Well, it's a tough one because I mean, you did get some nice individual performances. I thought Wade pushed the ball efficiently. She had 10 rebounds. Maybe the smallest player out there on the floor. And she was forcing the action. Although, you know, there were times where it seemed like you talked about not getting the ball efficiently into the bigs. It did seem like that was a task all day. Did Corpus Christi's size play into any of that?
No, I really think it was just the pressure on the perimeter. You know, like we just, our passing angles were bad. Like I say, we were leaving our feet. For some reason, we thought that throwing the ball up into the air for Natalia was a good decision, and I think we talked about that on Wednesday with Bill. Like, she can't leave the floor. She's the first to admit that. So you can't be throwing the ball, so she has to go get it because she can't leave her feet. So, you know, things that are like little things that make a big difference. And, you know, 29 turnovers is so disappointing after 2 games where we took care of the ball really well, and then we go back to this again. And it was determined by our point guard play at the start of the game. You know, I mean, we were getting on Megan early on because her decision-making was bad, and it continued through the game. And, you know, they have to do better than that. It was just sloppy.
Yeah, it's still kind of strange, though, that amid all of that, you still were just down by 2, and actually Corpus was lucky to have a lead going into the second quarter there. So it seemed like they might overcome that.
I really thought we would. Sophie came off the bench and had 11, I think, or she quickly got some points, 11, and she kind of got us back in the game, and I thought, okay, we can turn this, because our defense, we actually got some steals, we were rotating well, but then we just, down the other end again in offense, couldn't get anything to fall, or we're making bad decisions. So there was a spell of 4 possessions, we got 4 great stops, and then turned the ball over on the other end, and it was like, we're not capitalizing on our defense, and it's all very well we're pushing the tempo, but we have to make better decisions when we do push the tempo, because like I say, seeing the ball fly out of bounds as often as it did today was,
Yeah, it's a tough afternoon.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I was going to say, one of the big things that I brought up at halftime, I had the stat sheet and I asked the staff what's glaringly, was one thing that stuck out to me, and we had not shot a free throw in the first half.
Yeah.
And I think,
we talked about that at the half. It just
because we had no intensity, we weren't attacking, and the staff were getting frustrated on the bench about the no calls on the ball handler. But my take on that is, if we'd come out more aggressively in the start of the game and set the tone, we'd get those calls, but we were not attacking with any intensity. And I think that statistic at halftime was the most glaring to me in terms of how we were playing offensively, because the girls were saying, well, we're just struggling to put the ball in the basket, and part of it was because we're not attacking with any intensity, and we've had too many games like that, and the frustrating thing is we do those drills with the pad every day in practice at the moment to get them to attack hard. So it's like we just got to try and figure out a way to put the ball in the basket earlier on, because we're digging ourselves this hole and then we can't get out of it.
Well, now another tough one comes up on Wednesday night. Lady Jacks of Stephen F. Austin, and you've got to go out on the road, so you're going to have to get ready for them.
And different type of game, but they have such a solid team, and they crash the boards so hard. Their post players are really efficient. I think Chanel Hayes is playing really well for them, and we haven't really seen a big guard like her yet, who crashes as hard and will post you up and can shoot the three, but will take you off the bounce as well. She's really playing very well. So it's going to be a tough one. But again, like we said this when we were in the huddle, we can't have people choose to play a half or a quarter and then switch off, or some people go in and not be ready to play. It's an opportunity every time you step on the floor, and whether your name's called or not, you got to be ready. So we got to figure that out by Wednesday.
All right. Well, we'll see you then. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you, Lonnie.
Donna Finney, the head coach of the Huskies. We're going to take a timeout, and we will come back and put a wrap on this one on the Huskies post-game report.
Firehouse Subs was founded by 2 firefighters over 20 years ago. And once a firefighter, always a firefighter. So they've seen to it that a portion of your purchase at all U.S. Firehouse Subs locations now goes toward providing life-saving equipment for first responders. And one more thing, they make awesome subs.
Now get any of our 10 specialty subs in a new small size, each under 500 calories. Big flavor, small subs, starting at $3.99. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Going to school at Houston Baptist University was an excellent choice. As the official credit union of HBU, Houston Federal Credit Union is focused on helping you to continue to make great choices. HFCU will meet all your financial needs by providing the personal attention and variety of services you deserve. Stop by any of our convenient locations or visit our website, www.houstonfcu.org, and experience the credit union difference today. Dogs up.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my group. So.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
You're listening to the Husky Sports Network, powered by DNA Studios.
And back here at Sharp Gym one final time. Quickly, let's run over the score sheet here for you. The Huskies are led this afternoon by Amanda Johnson and Sophie Taylor, who each poured in 11 points this afternoon. Natalia Guarda also winds up in double digits with 10 points, 6 rebounds. Takara Wade, as we talked with Coach Finney about, finishes with 10 rebounds, 4 points, and 5 assists for Wade in the ball game. But the big number, as you heard the coach talk about, was turnovers, 29 turnovers by the Huskies today. It meant that they got 10 fewer shot attempts from the floor than the Corpus Christi Islanders did. A&M-Corpus Christi was 24 of 69. They shot just 35% for the game. Huskies actually outshot them. They were 24 of 59, but could have used those 10 extra shot attempts to make this a more back-and-forth affair. But they will drop to 2-7 in the conference and head out on the road on Wednesday night to take on the Lady Jacks of SFA, who are taking on Sam Houston State in a little while. 4:30 Central is the start time for that one, and we'll see you then. We'll be back with you this evening. 7 o'clock start for the men's game. Huskies against the Corpus Christi Islanders here. So we invite you to come back 6:40 for the pregame show. And until then, we're going to say so long for now. Dogs up, everybody.
You've been listening to HBU Husky Sports on the DNA Husky Sports Network. These broadcasts are brought to you by the corporate partners of HBU Athletics, Houston Federal Credit Union, Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Marriott Houston West Chase, Raising Cane's, Under Armour, Firehouse Subs, Pepsi, Shipley Donuts, 4 Points by Sheraton, IBEW Local 716, Jimmy John Subs, Kolache Factory, and Holiday Inn Express. That's going to do it for now, but we thank you for being a part of this broadcast, and until we see you again down the road, so long, and dogs up.